This is CCS-TV, empowering voices, inspiring futures.
Building your child's financial future starts earlier than you think, and it starts with Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union. With the Kids Credit Union, families can take simple, achievable steps today that lead to big outcomes tomorrow. We believe small, consistent saving habits build confidence, responsibility, and lifelong financial stability. Your child could graduate with up to $10,000 to kickstart their future. We're more than a bank. We're a long-term partner in your child's life. Stop by your local branch today and let's start their journey together.
Welcome back to welcome to the first segment of this week's CCS Sportscast. I'm Sebby Gibbs. This week we're going to have an interview with Coach Profiter, who's right now. Next segment we'll have interviews with Chris Wald, Payne Gibbs, Abby Randall, and then we're going to be recapping the draft later today. But first, we are here with Coach Profiter of the JHS Girls Flag Football team. How are you doing today, Coach?
Good, thank you.
That's good. So how long have you been coaching football in general, and how long have you been coaching flag?
Football, I believe this will be my 17th year coaching in the fall of fall football, and then we started the girls flag team. This is the fourth season since it began.
Yep. So fourth season since it began. Why do you think it's growing so much popularity around the world? I mean, even colleges are starting to have flag football teams. Why do you think it's growing so much?
Well, it's exciting, and girls want to play football. Mm-hmm. So the opportunity has come out. It was pretty big in Buffalo. They sparked it a few years ago. Some of the coaches up there got a few teams together, and it's just electric. And more people that went to the games. And the Buffalo Bills have done a great job of advocating and promoting and putting a lot of money into it. So they've gotten a lot of high schools interested, and just the population that want to be out on that field have really forced a lot of schools to add it as a sport.
Yeah, so it's growing rapidly at this point. Do you know how many teams are in your league right now?
In our league, I believe we have 9 teams in our league, but we were at the Bills indoor facility. They do a kickoff every year for us, and I think they gave us a number of just in the surrounding area, like 260 teams.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Approximately throughout the state too. So it's really blown up.
And you guys are now have a modified team and a JV team? That's
correct. So we had a lot of interest this year, so we were able to get our JV team started and even add additional modified teams to it. So we had talked about it in the past. It was something we brought up last year with some of the other high schools in Section 6. Yeah. And once we had the numbers of girls that were interested, it was really apparent that if we wanted the interest to stick around and get them the playing time, then we had to divide and conquer and get these other teams going now. So we have the JV team, which consists of our 9th and 10th graders mostly, and then the modified program, we've added a couple inter-squad teams along with a travel team, and we're hoping that grows in the future to have one at each middle school, just like we do with fall football.
Yeah, so you coach fall football as well. What do you coach varsity, JV, freshman? What do you coach there?
Yeah, I coordinate the defense with the varsity.
Okay.
In the fall.
So how do you think flag is different? Like, what are some similarities and differences, would you say, from fall football to flag football?
The similarities is the prep and the hard work. We're practicing the same amount of time as we do in the fall. We're scheming offensively and defensively. It's a little harder for us coaches. Coach Richie Jolly and I kind of split it up. I take the offense and he takes the defense when it comes to flag. We work together with the defense in the fall. But it's a lot different for us because we get a week to prep for a game in the fall, and just this week alone we have 3 games. So it's going to be playing tomorrow, prepping for a Thursday game tomorrow night, and coaching it on Wednesday, and then doing that again Friday, getting ready for Saturday. So it's very fast-paced. Yeah. And even when we're out there on the field, we have a running clock that only stops in the 2-minute warning under normal football rules. So we're trying to, with haste, to get these plays in and get the girls as many reps on the field. So it's more fast-paced for us, but the excitement's a lot more electric sometimes. With the spring, with the flag football, where the fall football, it's I wouldn't say it's not fast paced, but with the stop clock and the 4 quarters, you feel a little bit more not rushed, I guess, sometimes.
Yeah. So you covered a little bit about this already, but how is calling plays and scheming for these games? You talk about scheming. It's like games are so close apart. It's like an NBA schedule almost, like where a basketball schedule where they're days apart. But how is calling plays different? Would you say because in flag football, it's not about force. You can't run it up the gut every time. But how is that calling plays different than actual football, fall football?
That's a really good question. So a lot of teams, from an offensive point of view, we see a few different defenses.
Yeah.
So when we scout the other teams, we look and see who their players are, who they want to put in a position to try to stop us, and we try to build off of that. I think one of the hard things about with the spring sport with my fall background is that we don't get a lot of time off season because the girls play basketball or they do indoor track. So a lot of our open gyms and our workouts that we have, it's hard to get everybody together.
Yeah.
So the first part of the season is really trying to rep these plays and just repetitively do it over and over again, so it just becomes instinct and habit. So when we see these teams like this week, we're going to see 3 teams, so we can go to the defense and say, all right, they're going to want to run a 1-4-2, or they're going to have a 2-3-2. You know what you're good at, and you try to do what you're good at based off of that defense. So that's kind of how we build off of it.
So what flag, I'm going to ask this to the girls later too, but what flag position do you think is hardest from a coaching standpoint? What flag position do you think is toughest?
That's a really good question. So obviously the quarterback on offense has a lot going on. They have to, with the way we run our system, they have to get the play from me. They got to repeat it in the huddle. They really have to know what everybody's doing. They're kind of that common denominator between everybody in the offense. So that's a tough position, just intellectually knowing what everybody's doing, and then you got to perform. You have to watch who's rushing if we're throwing the ball, and you have to know whether you're throwing into a blitz or whether we're trying to look somebody off to throw on the backside. So I would say that's probably overall, pound for pound, the toughest position.
Yeah. So in flag football, coaching flag football, you've been coaching fall football for much longer, but what is your favorite thing about coaching flag football?
My favorite thing about coaching flag football, I would just have to say the excitement. It's a different type of excitement. The fast-paced, getting girls involved that have never played a sport. I mean, I love to see that. I love to see them out in the field and enjoy it. And probably one of the things I love about coaching it that might not happen during the season is, we see a lot of the girls during fall football calling out some of the plays or, talking about the routes or some of the things that we do in fall football or even watching the Bills game.
Yeah.
Just getting the game of football out there, I think is probably one of my favorite parts.
So it's kind of off topic, but I want to ask you about Payne. So what do you think about my sister? She's over there grinning.
What do I think about your sister?
What do you think about my sister as a player? Yes, absolutely.
She's a great player. We have a lot of great athletes on the team. Peyton's somebody we want to get the ball into her hands. She's somebody that reads the defense really well. So last year she had quite a few interceptions because she does have that basketball background. So it's very similar to going up for a rebound. We really trust her. So when I have her at receiver, we just talked about it last week. I'm not afraid just to throw the ball up and just let her go up and get it.
Right.
And we've recently moved her to quarterback because we've repped her there before. And with her being right-handed and Marcia McIntyre being left-handed, that gives us some other options. And then we always got to be prepared, in case something happens, God forbid, in a game that we can have somebody else rep that position.
Yeah. So there's it's new, Peyton's kind of getting reps at quarterback. So is this kind of like a split, or is it Peyton's the backup, Marcia's? How is this going to work for them?
I would say it's revisited. So, after basketball season, we had to get her reintegrated into our open gyms and things like that. So I think we had her throw maybe once or twice here and there, and then we let her reabsorb into that receiver position. She runs some jet sweeps well, some orbit sweeps. She blocks well too, so I think getting her into the quarterback position, and we also move Marcia around. A little bit of scheming too.
Yeah.
There's an aspect for that when the other teams watch our film. Like, all right, now we have a different girl at quarterback, we have a different girl at center, we have a different girl at running back. So there's a chess game to it as well.
Right. So thank you so much for taking your time and coming up with us. So next segment, we are going to have Peyton, Abby, and Krista on, and we will see you guys next segment.
Jamestown, New York is where innovation meets sustainable growth, fostering a vibrant community of creative, dedicated people who truly love where they live. It's a place where you can build a fulfilling life with excellent schools, quality healthcare, and a cost of living that supports your ideal lifestyle. Blending small-town charm with easy access to big city amenities, Jamestown is the perfect place to live, work, and raise a family. Jamestown, New York, the pearl of opportunity and balance.
In Lakewood, life moves with the rhythm of the lake. Morning coffee with friends, afternoons on the tennis courts, evenings filled with music and laughter. From pickleball rallies to family sailing, from local shops to the farmer's market, Lakewood is where moments turn into memories. This is community. This is connection. This is Lakewood, New York, where good times live.
Looking for a place where business thrives, nature surrounds you, and life doesn't come with a big city price tag? Welcome to Chautauqua County, where opportunity meets affordability. Build your career, grow your family, and enjoy the outdoors, all in one incredible place. Chautauqua County is open for business, for fun, for life. To learn more about the boundless opportunities Chautauqua has to offer, visit livechq.org.
At Phone Zone, we've got you covered from head to toe, literally. From the latest sneakers to the hottest phones, we carry the county's largest cell phone inventory and the freshest styles, all at prices that can't be beaten. We're friendly, we know our stuff, and we're here to make your experience as easy as possible. Locally owned and operated since 2011, we're not just a store, we're your neighbors. Phone Zone, your one-stop shop for all things mobile.
Segment of CCS Sportscast. I'm Sebby Gibbs, and I'm joined by Peyton Gibbs, Krista Wald, and Abby Brandow, JHS Varsity Flag Football players. So, I introduced you guys. So, what's your number and your position? And if you play multiple, say them all, Peyton.
My number is number 12. I play wide receiver, quarterback, and safety.
My number is number 9. I play center, running back, and center back.
I'm number 1, and I play inside receiver and corner.
Okay, so what is your guys' favorite thing about those positions?
Probably being really aggressive with the ball most of the time.
Yeah.
I like center because it starts it all. I also like running back because I like to run the ball, but.
I like inside receiver because there's always like a change up. The girls, like you never know what the girls are doing in front of you, so you kind of just have to like react quickly and go with it.
Nice. Peyton, wait, which position were you talking about? Wide receiver?
Yeah, and safety.
Okay. All right. So why do you guys wear your guys' number? Do you guys have a reason you wear 12, 9, and 1? Like, is there a certain reason or?
I just started wearing it for basketball, so it kind of became my favorite number.
I've always worn the number 9 for any sport. My dad's number was number 9 in high school, so I kind of just tagged along.
Yeah, I've also had number 1 throughout all the sports throughout high school, so I just continued it on.
So, flag football, growing sport, really. I mean, it wasn't big a couple years ago. What made you guys like choose to play flag football? You've been playing for 2 years. How long have you guys been playing?
3.
3 also, yeah.
So, I mean, what made you guys like choose flag football to play?
I mean, it looked really fun, and I like the energy of it.
Honestly, I don't even know how I started it. I just heard about it the first year it started, and then after that, I went to a couple games and was like, this looks like something I would really enjoy. So then I just joined it.
It was also the same. I heard a lot about it from I did track my freshman year, and so I heard a lot about it through people that also did track and flag that year. So it sounded really interesting. I wanted to try something new.
So, you guys have a league record, and have you guys played any non-league teams yet? You have?
Yeah.
So what is your guys' league record right now?
0-2.
All right. Well, you guys are looking into the future, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys know who you play next? Your next couple games?
We play Lockport and then
Stockport, and then it's Hutch Tech.
How do you guys?
Dunkirk.
You guys think you got a good shot in those games, or how do you guys match up?
Good. We've been preparing really well this past couple days. We've been hounding plays and just going over everything that we will need to prepare for it.
Are those teams league games? Or
Yeah.
those, all three?
All of them, yeah.
Okay, so those games are pretty important.
Yep.
Considering. All right. So, is there a certain game this year so far? Years just started almost, but do you guys have a certain game where you guys think you performed the best out of any game this year?
I think we performed the best at Lancaster, which was the game we just played last Thursday. We only lost 6-0, and I think we really went out. We executed on defense really well. I think if we just tweak a few more things on offense, I really think we can take it.
What about you guys?
I think we played good against Pioneer because we had a really good spark that game and we all came together.
I was also going to say Pioneer as well.
So we're down to our last couple questions, but this next question is, what do you guys think? What position do you think is hardest from a player standpoint? So from being on the field, what position do you think is hardest?
Definitely quarterback.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say quarterback as well.
For sure.
What do you think makes it so hard?
Well, the pressure's on you, and
You've got to know
control how everything
everyone's
goes.
doing. You literally run everything. You got to
Right.
get the ball there, everything.
You kind of help track the field and
Yeah.
what everybody does.
How about on the defensive side of the ball? What do you guys think on the defensive side of the ball is the hardest position?
Probably the corners.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you have to decide if you're going to run up or if you're going to drop back for a pass.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Play reading? Yeah. So this is the final question, but I want you guys to be in detail with this one. So if you guys had to choose a overall MVP of your team this year, again, you had played barely any games so far. If you guys had to choose an MVP that is not yourself, who would it be and why?
I would say Peyton. I feel like she's stepped up on both sides of the ball, both on offense and defense. On offense, she's stepping into more of a quarterback role now, and when she was wide receiver, she was always a go-to that we could throw it to. And then on defense, it's always nice knowing that she's back there behind you, that she can cover for you.
Wow, I don't know. It's just really early in the season because I think all the girls are doing really well. But I'd probably just go with Peyton too, just because she's been around for a little more longer and she does play on both sides of the ball really well. But I do think all the girls are definitely playing really well this year for sure.
I think I might have to go with Kinsley, honestly, because she has contributed on both sides of the ball. She's had interceptions, and she runs the ball really well.
I think Kinsley this year has really filled in the role of Ellie last year. Kinsley's been doing really good. Or wait, that's her name, right? Leaper? Isn't it
Kaylee.
Kaylee?
Kaylee. Yeah.
I got it mixed up. My bad. I think she filled in that role pretty well. I think Kinsley's very deserving. Peyton, I guess. My Peyton is my sister, by the way. So, do you guys have anything else to say about your upcoming season, or do you guys have any goals for the rest of the year that you guys want to put out?
Just to continue improving. I feel like we've already reached a point where we've started to improve, but I feel like there's so much more that we can go. So just kind of constantly pushing forward because there's always something new to unlock.
I'm just really excited for this season. I think if we keep working hard, I think we can go far. We have a good group of girls, so.
I think the future will be really good. I agree with Abby, basically. That's what I was going to say.
And you also said earlier, Peyton stepping in the quarterback role. That's new, right? This is new?
She played some quarterback last year, too.
She had a couple,
But yeah, she is, just last week we started, Prof started putting her back there again, so, yep.
You excited about this game? Or what? What's your thoughts on this?
I mean, I'm pretty excited about it.
All right, well, thank you guys. We will be back on next segment. We are going to be recapping the draft that happened last Thursday, so we'll see you guys.
Looking to feed the family, the whole team, or just your own hungry self? Honest John's has you covered. We're talking fresh-made subs, crispy wings, and pizza so good you might just start happy dancing. Trust Honest John's for takeout, delivery, and easy online ordering so you can get the goods without lifting more than a finger. Or stop in for our famous all-you-can-eat pizza buffet. From crispy wings to cheesy pies, Honest John's satisfies. Order now at honestjohns.pizza.
There's always something happening in Lakewood. Kids can climb, swing, and play on our brand new playground, while grown-ups shop, sip coffee at Ryder's Cup, or catch live music at Hartley Park. Hit the courts, sail the lake, and explore our library and local markets. Lakewood brings neighbors and visitors together with fun around every corner. Lakewood, New York. Come play, come stay. Where good times live.
Prom season is near, and Collaborative Children's Solutions needs your help. Donate gently used current-style prom dresses, shoes, and accessories now through March 14th. In April, CCS will host a free shopping event, helping local girls find the perfect dress at no cost. Let's make prom magical for every girl in Chautauqua County. Donate today.
When I heard about this club, I was so excited because I haven't heard of anything else. And as a kid, I've been wanting to get involved in media, so I'm ready for when I'm an adult in that field. So to hear that there was something, and it was in our local area of Jamestown, that was really cool. Normally, when you hear about things, you have to go to the bigger cities like Buffalo, or even as far as New York City, to get really involved. If people want to learn more, you just have to go to CCS-TV.com.
Welcome back to the third and final segment of this week's CCS Sportscast. What an amazing week for sports. This past week was the NFL Draft. First round being Thursday, and then second round in second day being second round, third round Friday, and then the rest of the rounds Saturday. Great draft. Bills draft. I don't have an opinion on it yet. I think their first two picks were a little bit questionable, because they're more of depth pieces. But I do think they had a good overall draft. But we will be covering the Bills grade next week because they do not have a first-round pick. We are talking about the first round of the NFL draft this week. Bills week is next week. I did do updates on the Facebook, so go check those out. First overall pick, this is obvious. Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana goes to the Raiders. Pro comp is Joe Burrow. So they're saying that he's going to be a great quarterback, and he was in college, Heisman, national championship winner. He's a great quarterback, and I think it's a obvious first pick. This one's a little bit weird now. David Bailey, edge, going second overall. I think the Jets needed more of an Arvo Reese guy to fit their defense. I don't love David Bailey here. I think he's a little bit too high on these people's draft boards. I think he could have fell to around 5 to 7. I think that's where his true value is, but I think it's also what the Jets need. Third, Jeremiah Love going to the Cardinals. Crowded running back room. This is crazy. Trey Benson, Bam Knight, James Conner, Jeremiah Love. I don't hate it. I think James Conner can kind of mentor Jeremiah Love. Great player. I don't love the destination as much. Then Carnell Tate out of Ohio State goes 4th overall to the Titans. They find their offensive piece. Arvo Reese, number 5, to the Giants. They buff up their defense. Arvo Reese is the number 1 overall ranked player in this draft per ESPN. So I think that's a snag at 5 then. Mansour Lane, Chiefs trade up to number 6 to go pick up Mansour Lane after they trade away Trent McDuffie. Number 7, Sonny Styles goes to the Commanders. Number 8, Jordan Tyson goes to the Saints. Number 9, Spencer Fano, tackle out of Utah, goes to the Browns. Francis Maui-Gawa, Miami tackle, goes to the Giants at 10. Caleb Downs, I think this is the best value pick in the entire draft. Caleb Downs going 11 to the Cowboys. Caleb Downs is arguably one of the best defensive players in this draft, so that's a great pick. Caden Proctor, this is a little bit of reach by Miami. He was projected around 25 range. Caden Proctor going to Miami, tackle out of Alabama. This is the craziest pick of the draft. Ty Simpson, number 13 overall, goes to the Rams. Matthew Stafford, reigning MVP, and he goes number 13. I think he has a bright future to be mentored from Stafford and Sean McVay. Great program there. Oliva Vega, Ione, guard out of Penn State, going 14 to the Ravens. Reuben Bain Jr., 15 to the Buccaneers. I think what he's put out to the media so far, I think he's going to dominate in the NFL. I think he's going to be a great edge rusher. Kenyon Sadiq, tight end out of Oregon, going to the Jets at 16. Literally athletic freak at this point. He's 6'3", but he's basically a receiver playing tight end with a tight end frame, but he is a very athletic guy. Blake Miller, tackle to Clemson to the Lions. Caleb Banks, Florida D tackle to the Minnesota Vikings at 18. Monroe Freeling, 19, tackle out of Georgia, going to the Carolina Panthers. This is also crazy. Mekhi Lemons, goes 20th to the Philadelphia Eagles, but the Steelers were on the phone with him then. Nick Sirianni and Howie Roseman and the Eagles call him, and they trade up and steal him from the Steelers, so that's crazy. Max Ihichinor, tackle out of Arizona State, going to the Steelers at 21. Akeem Mesidor, 22, edge out of Miami, going to the Chargers. Malachi Lawrence, edge out of USCF, going to the Cowboys. Casey Concepcione, 24, to the Browns. Dylan Thieneman, 25, to the Bears. Kalen Rutledge, guard out of Georgia Tech, to the Texans. Chris Johnson, San Diego State corner, to the Dolphins. Caleb Lomu, Utah tackle, to the Patriots. Peter Woods, D tackle out of Clemson, to the Kansas City Chiefs. Omar Cooper Jr., Indiana wide receiver, going to the Jets. Kendrick Falk, edge out of Auburn, and Kendrick Falk going to the Titans, and Jadarian Price, running back out of Notre Dame, to the Seahawks. 2 running backs go in the first round. Bills trade back 3 times. Insane stuff. Bills' first selection was T.J. Parker. He's going to play outside linebacker for them out of Clemson. But my favorite pick in the draft, I think the Browns getting Casey Concepcione and Spencer Fano at 9 and 24. I think that's a very good draft class. They got Emmanuel McNeil-Warren later in the draft. Then they get in the second round, the Browns go out and get Denzel Boston there. So I think they get a great draft class. I think they are the biggest winners out of this draft. But we will talk more about the rest of the draft next week. Thank you guys for tuning in. We had an interview with Profiter, some players for the flag football team, and the first round draft picks for the NFL 2026 NFL draft. We will see you guys next week on Wednesday with the next week of CCS Sportscast. We will see you guys next week.
Market value pricing means you save more at Schultz Auto Group. Search for your next vehicle in person or online within our dealer network, now with an even greater selection of EVs. MVP means you'll get the best deals within our market. Schultz brings the showroom to you with optional personalized virtual walk-around, remote financing, DMV services, and home delivery. 50 years experience with modern customer care. That's why we say you can't beat a Schultz deal. Experience the difference buying your next pre-owned ride at Schultz. Certified technicians ensure our inventory gets up-to-date maintenance. Most purchases include a limited lifetime engine warranty and more. That's why we say